Theodore is in Houston, Texas. Theodore, you're on the Larry Elder Show. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Mr. Elder?
I'm doing well.
Mr. Elder, there's no such thing as black peoples in America. Let me explain that to you.
Please.
Black folks in America is a white woman, is a white man trapped in a black body.
Black folks in America are white men trapped in a black body?
They are white women, they are white men trapped in a black body.
All of them?
That's exactly what you call black folks is. You see, Jesus said, whatever man thinketh, so is he. Black women want blonde hair, blue-eyed babies nowadays.
Excuse me, black women want blonde, blue-eyed babies nowadays?
They want blonde hair, blue-eyed babies. I mean, it take a real man to speak it like it is.
Theodore, what's your basis for saying that? Do you have a study? Has there been some sort of analysis, or is it just your opinion?
Well, no. I study human nature, baby.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure you do. So if you study human nature, tell me what you study. What have you read?
I watch people in general. I don't have to go by books that I read.
See. So you watch enough black people in general to know that black women want blue-eyed blonde babies?
Exactly right.
Theodore, can I ask you what do white people want?
What do white people want?
Yeah.
White people in their nature, they want control.
So white people don't want to be anything but white.
White people want control.
White people don't want to be anything but white, but black people want to be black.
A white man said on the radio station, they don't hate. They said they use race. They said they use racism as a weapon.
Theodore, may I ask you a question?
No. I'm serious.
I know you're serious. I know you're serious,
and I'm using it as a weapon.
Okay, I got you. I know you're serious,
Theodore. Racism as a weapon.
Theodore, what race? Theodore, what race are you?
What race I am? I'm a black man. I'm a black man that's trapped in the body, I guess.
So you're a black man. You're a white man trapped in a black body, or a black man trapped in a white person's body? I'm a little confused.
But see, I'm from Louisiana, and the way we talk, we speak across the table. We don't sidestep nothing.
I guarantee.
I wasn't raised like that.
Right, I understand. Oh, okay, Theodore. I appreciate the call. I think we pretty much jumped the shark on that puppy, so we're going to move on. Dan is in Colorado. Dan, you're on the Larry Elder Show. Thank you so much for calling.
Great show, Larry. Thank you.
Hey, Dan, that's a tough act to follow. You know that, don't you?
I do, sir. Absolutely. And can you tell from my accent I'm from Colorado?
Yeah, but inside, I think, Dan, you want to be some other race than other what you are. So that's what Theodore says. We all want to be some race that we're not, I guess. I'm not quite sure what that means.
I just want to be a quality individual, Larry.
That's right. I want to be somebody that my mom and my dad would be proud of, and I think I've done that.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And you have.
Thank you.
So I just was calling on the previous segment about vaccines. MMR vaccine did damage my son. And it was well documented within the insert, and unfortunately, I have no recompense against Big Pharma because of that damage, and as such, I am not going to be taking any vaccines promoted by Big Pharma because they're indemnified, and all your listeners need to realize this for their children and for themselves, and that's why I called, sir.
Well, Dan, thank you very much for calling. As you know, I had on a doctor named Timothy Wakefield. I think it's Wakefield. I'm not sure his first name was Timothy, but his last name was Wakefield. And he argued that the MMR vaccine, the combined vaccine, induced autism or caused it, and certainly caused problems. Again, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying I'm only mentioning it because you had this doctor on MSNBC Hee Haw saying the people that did not want to take the vaccine were far right, anti-science, and were being deluded by the previous administration. When you've got LeBron James, who's hardly the far right, saying he's wouldn't tell whether he's going to take it. He said it was a private decision. I told you about Mrs. Jeffries, the 96-year-old best friend of my mom. She's a black woman. She's not taking it, not because of the Tuskegee experiment or because she feels that somebody is manipulating people. She feels she had an adverse reaction to a flu shot she had before, and she's afraid of having an adverse reaction to this shot. Now, whether she'll have one or not, I have no idea. All I'm saying is Mrs. Jeffries is not part of the far right. So there are a lot of people in the country, including 25% or so of the military, who are refusing to take the vaccine. Calling them all far right, saying they're all anti-science, is pretty demeaning. There are a lot of people who aren't going to take it for reasons of their own. I've taken the vaccine. I wear a mask. I believe that both provide some measure of safety. How much of it, I don't really know. So I'm erring on the side of believing that I'm going to provide some measure of safety. But I'm not sure that it will. And I watched Dr. Fauci very closely on March 8th when on 60 Minutes he said a mask might give you some sense of protection, but it really is a false sense of protection. And I also watched him when he said, well, he lied. And he said he did it because he thought it would be beneficial for people not to go out and buy masks when the mask needed to be available for people on the front lines. In other words, he didn't feel that we were intelligent enough, wise enough, responsible enough to be told the truth. And so therefore he lied. Pretty stunning.